Hi there, I'm Garrett Smith, aka Gary A Go-Go. I was an animator and character designer on Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore. And for the 1 year anniversary of the game, I thought it'd be cool to go back into the bonus 100% cutscene and go over all the little references that I put into it and just talk about the scene in general. There's probably a lot of stuff here people may not get or know about, but now you will. The scene here was animated in Toon Boom Harmony. I had to find a custom brush to get the pixely MS Paint-esque look you see in the old CDI cutscenes. There's a shout out to Mike Scott for creating that brush and letting me use it. The background was made in Photoshop. There's a cutscene from Hotel Mario that I used as a reference for the tree, its colors, and the sort of general look of the background. This whole scene was actually one of the first handful of cutscenes to be made. Funnily enough, you'd think it'd be the last, but no, it was one of the first. And the Book of Okrin was actually designed by me with input from others on the Arzette team. It was not designed before this cutscene. There's also no audio here in the cutscene right now, because that stuff wouldn't be added until post later. See, there's a lot of pages flipping real fast. Lots of blink and you will miss it references. So yeah, let's just go over them one by one, see what's all in here. Hopefully I remember everything that was in here. Yeah, here in the opening, on the very first page, it says Dal Quasal. This is an anagram for Squadala. We didn't want to put like the actual Squadala like line in the game, but I figured this was a good compromise, sort of there, along with all the weird little markings and stuff that you see on that scroll that Guanum is holding in the old Faces of Evil cutscene. Or like, it looks kind of like it, you know. It's not exactly it, but kind of. A lot of the pages that I put in, I wanted to try and make each one unique, but there's a lot of pages, so some of them repeat, or some of them is just filled with like scribbles and nonsense. Like this one just has a eyeball and some more weird markings. More weird markings. Also a 4. 4 being the most important number of all of the CDI games. It's like a rupee, ruby, not rupee, ruby. It's different. Some weird like fanged creature. Some like astrological stuff to make it seem, you know, very important things happening in this book. Mysterious things. And more random symbols that don't mean anything. Like some like kind of mathematical equation type stuff. Yeah, some weird looking skulls, an 8-star. Oh yeah, and rope and bombs, fire. Oh, for lamp oil. Yeah. Down here. Yeah, this is the Faces of Evil. Korodai. And there's just like a zoom in of one of the evil faces. The Faces of Evil. Some more like science-y potion stuff to make it look like, you know, this is a magical book with secret arcane arts inside of it. Then this was the island from the Wand of Gamelon, which is Gamelon. Here's lots of spaghetti. Probably an important recipe for it. Spaghetti is the most important food of the CDI games as well. Not of the Zelda CDI games, but, you know, just CDI in general. It's everyone's favorite dinner. These things right here, I believe, are from the other Zelda CDI game, Zelda's Adventure. And there's some more like weird rupees, a heart, some like crown. It's like a quake symbol? I don't know. Some vague looking creatures and arrows, text illegibly. A sword. This is like supposed to be like Ganon / Dimer. And like over here is like, you know, Pig Ganon. And that's his face from the CDI games. And he says, "You will die." Here's the next page. Die. Some like weird rabbits and bunnies. There's a tree. Oh, this is just a reference to my favorite, currently still playing band, The Deer Hunter. And a big motif in like their imagery and stuff is a tree. And I don't know, they're my favorite band, so I want to just put a reference into them. Lightning. Some more weird looking stuff like a mushroom, some weird creature. I don't even know what this is. I think I was just putting something in to put in. Oh, down here is also reference to my other most favorite band, Pink Floyd. It's Dark Side of the Moon, because it's an easy reference to draw and make. It doesn't quite come across here because it's, monochrome, or, it's just one color. You don't see the rainbow, but that's what it is. It's more like potions, pie, weird looking pie. And here is a strange spherical disc-like device and some things. And if we put it backwards, it says CD. Here on this page, there was originally a very crude looking Sonic the Hedgehog doodle, but we took that out of the game, or I was asked to take it out. Here's just some like weird hand and footprints. It's like just abstract. I don't even know. Some more fire. A warning of something. No. More weird astronomical stuff. A hot dog. Maybe it was meant to be a chili dog. For more another Sonic reference. I don't know. Some grapes. Some poop over here. And YTP, which stands for YouTube poop. Some more weird symbols. Question mark. Exclamation mark. I don't know what this was supposed to be down here. Maybe just nothing. Just more filler. It's M and L. It's a reference to Mario and Luigi. Some cake. I think this is specifically a cake in reference to the baker from Wand of Gamelon. This is cake will burn. Some more. It's a shield. I also had to put some medieval-y looking stuff in here. This right here specifically is a very abstract representation of Opuna, one of my favorite RPGs on the Nintendo Wii. It's so weird, nobody would ever guess that that's what this is, and nobody knows who Opuna is in the first place, but I love that game so much I wanted to put it in here in the vaguest way possible. There's fish and a fishing rod. That's another reference to one of the characters from the CDI games. And right there is a very weird rendition of the CDI logo. This is... what the hell was his name? He's the guy who says, "You must be hoarded with fire." Millatron. That's what his name. Millatron. The weird dragon here. This isn't exactly Millatron either, because we can't, well, most of the time we can't just put those characters in the cutscenes. We have to kind of make them legally distinguishable, something like that, kind of. Like with the islands here from Phases of Evil and Wand of Gamelon, I had to abstract them a bit more to make them a little bit less completely like the maps. You can still tell what it is, but I had to simplify it a bit more. There's more plausible deniability that that's not what it is, There's stuff here for a soup recipe or something. There's also a comic in here. There's a comic in the Book of Okran. It's probably really nice. There's a W. That might just be, I don't know, Wario W. It's weird. It's got a foot. These are the demons from Merlin's Apprentice, which was another slightly more obscure CDI game. This is a lambda symbol, because Half-Life is one of my favorite games. And a bunch of more abstract, weird stuff. And here I was just scribbling in the pages because trying to make something unique for every single page is hard. It's fish, egg. There's a skeleton of a dinosaur. I think that's also from something that I saw in one of the Merlin cutscenes. I was just just put that in there, whatever. This ghost is also from the opening of Merlin's Apprentice. This is the scroll itself from Faces of Evil. This is Guanum scroll. It is written. I don't recall if this is actually from anything. This tower might just be just a tower. Some sort of graph. It's probably like, financial advice somewhere here in the Book of Okran too. I have no clue what this is supposed to be. This is Fleetus without his helmet on, because I also designed Fleetus. Without his helmet on, he just has little beady eyes. This is a plant. This is the plant that Glubbert is holding in her artwork, and it's also the one that she gives to Arzette in her cutscene. It's the flower that is associated with her in her cutscenes and stuff, because it's the one that I designed her holding. This is like a weird piranha plant or something. And this might be another weapon or something from one of the old CDI games. I can't quite remember. And I think these are just two little Puyo Puyos. There's a rocket down here. Leaf. This right here is the Jewel of Faramore. And it's outside on the Book of Okran as well. There's a big crab here. I believe that's another reference to the fisherman who talks about the crab that he catches, the biggest crab I ever caught. It's a spork, because I think I was hearkening back to the olden days of the internet when, everything was so lol, random, funny, and spork was random and funny. It's very strange looking. I think this is a rat, perhaps? Some sort of weird looking rat. Infinity equals 2. And though Fat Mario's famous catchphrase, Fat Mario is the Mario from Hotel Mario. Oh, and the question of light, did you bring a light? Oh, that's it. Heartbroken club. This might just be random filler. This is a cute little fairy that I drew. The fairy in Arzette is a lot more demented than this one. They have a kind of androgynous symbol here to give more ambiguity to their gender. Whoever wrote the Book of Okran didn't know, I guess. The symbol is also on Bridget from Guilty Gear, her redesign. So maybe the fairies are just trans girls. I don't know. Trans rights. This is the Dinner Blaster. And all of its specs here. It's a legendary ancient artifact of immense power. Tooth. This little medallion is something that Ganon wore in the old CDI games. And this pyramid here is supposed to be the Triforce of Wisdom, how it appeared in the old CDI games as well. There's bread and toast. There's some weird vase of some kind. Oh, this is a ghost or something, I think. And here's the chains that capture Ganon. This is another wand. I think this might be the Wand of Gamelon. This key here was something that Duke Gauntlet gave to Zelda in one of the Wand of Gamelon cutscenes. And here's when I had to kind of start copy and pasting some stuff from previous pages, but also still trying to do something new so that it's not entirely copy and pasted. I was pressed for time to have to get something, and I was racking my brain trying to figure out what to put on every single page. So on the right page here is Skelvis and Elido, the snail. Both of these guys were animated. Well, I think it's just a coincidence that this ended up happening. Both of them were animated by my friend Tim Mines. It's funny, I put them both on here. Okay, next page was another copy and paste, another CD, another 4. Oh, and here I put the actual 4, except Arzette is doing it. I think originally there's just a picture of Merlin from Merlin's Apprentice here. It was Merlin, it was straight up Merlin, and we couldn't really have that, so had to change it to something else. I thought this was the most appropriate thing to put into it because Arzette wasn't even in the Book of Okran at all yet, so yeah, this seems right. Next page. This one. This one is it's a very abstract representation of an old internet meme. You might be able to guess what it is. I'll say it's a reference to the Nokia N-Gage. That's what it is. It's a reference to the Nokia N-Gage. A very abstract reference to it. Very, very abstract. See more Mario and Luigi, Cake, Pink Floyd. Oh, at this point in the actual in-game cutscene, the scene fades out, so you can't see this page, but it's different from the last time it was here. This isn't a complete copy and paste. I put this little tiny reference to Anodyne, which is one of my favorite indie games and indie series. This is the protagonist, Young, right here. This is the logo for the developers of that game, Analgesic Productions. And unfortunately, the scene fades out to black too quickly, so you can't see this at all. And I felt bad because I told them, I was like, hey, I'm going to put a reference of your game into our game, and then this happens. If I had known that, I would have probably placed it way earlier in the scene, but, you know. I just wish more people could have seen it, because, I don't know, I like... Analgesic made like some of my favorite indie games ever. Anodyne 2 is probably one of my like top 5 games ever. It's a cool looking shield. And there's the cat thief, Apatu, or you know, a very simplistic looking version of her. And there's aliens. I just wanted something kind of nonsensical. Well, there's the fade out. You can't see this page or Apatu in the previous page. By the time this gets here, I wanted something nonsensical in here, like aliens, to kind of throw people off about like the nature of Arzette's world and like I don't know, the forces that be in it, or like did aliens make the Book of Okrin? I don't think so. I don't know Seth's story. He just He let me put whatever I wanted, just about whatever I wanted here into the book. Then later he added all of the sound effects and stuff later on. So like all these references and stuff in here, they don't have any like deep meaning to anything. They're just references to stuff. As far as I know, the Book of Okrin is not made by aliens. I don't know if there are any aliens in Arzette. I don't think there are. There's a lot of weirdos. There's no aliens though. That's everything, I believe. Close the book on that chapter. Yeah, I really liked working on this cutscene. It was the very first one that I made that I was able to start animating. I wish, though, I didn't have quite a grasp on this brush. This pixel brush. Had a lot of quirks to it that I had to, like, wrestle with during my early cutscenes. Eventually, I figured out how to use it properly. I wish I could have gone back maybe and like if I had known how to do things that I knew how to do later, I would have animated this a bit better, because like when this opens up, it's like just a flat thing. It's not like a like it doesn't have dimensions to it. The page, the cover here should be like, you know, have some thickness to it. The pages being flat, you know, that's fine, but like the book itself should probably have a bit more thickness to it. It was based on... I had to like take reference of the book, of a book turning. Is this it? Yeah, I use a mist book to get it how it should look. Let's see. I'd like record myself doing it and like make it 10 FPS. So you get like proper frames per second. It's kind of hard to do, like animating the pages turning and stuff. It's a good illusion. It makes you think that the book is thicker than it actually is, but it's actually just a few frames repeating over and over, and then the letters are the ones that are like not repeating for the most part. The stuff on the page. There's, I don't know, if anybody's interested, I can maybe talk about some of the other cutscenes that I made in the future. But for now, I thought this was the most important one to talk about because it's this was the initial mock-up like sketch of the Book of Okrin and like what its colors should look like and like what's all the little details on it and stuff. So I made it real quick and like tried to make the colors look unique. What was I talking about? Sorry, I have ADHD, so I get off topic very easily. Yeah, if anyone would possibly be interested in me talking about the other cutscenes that I animated and just giving little insights and what I remember going into them, talking about what I can, just let me know. And I might talk about them, do some other stuff. I've been wanting to do other stuff on my channel, other animation stuff, but with a day job and gets pretty busy sometimes. I don't always have the time to do what I want to do, but I try to get done what I can. Well, yeah, thank you for watching this, and goodbye. Hope you have a good day. Go buy Arzette and play it if you have not played it yet, because it's a very good game. And happy 1 year anniversary to it.